Okay, hi, hello everyone. Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are in the world. I am Angelica, and welcome back to All Things Angelica. I have not made a YouTube video. My last YouTube video that I posted was 11 months ago, and it was basically a vlog for the Alvin Ailey concert. And yeah, a lot has happened since that video. The last time I actually kind of sat down and talked with you all was in 2023. I was at a park and just letting y'all know like a life update and everything. So I wanted to come on here today to kind of talk to you all about what's been going on with me. So as you can see by the title, there are some new things. So let's get into it. So if y'all see me looking down, it is because I did prepare a little bit of notes, kind of a guide, in order to know what to discuss. Oops, my bad. In order to know what is all to be posted or what is all to be talked about in this video. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I graduated. Okay, so first things first, I graduated. Yes, I graduated from the illustrious Clark Atlanta University. I have it here on my shirt, repping it today. I graduated May 18th, 2024. And it was a very, very, very exciting experience. I feel thoroughly proud of myself. Especially one with my journey and just me leaving school, then coming back to school. As some of you all know, if you don't know, I was a non-traditional student, so which means I didn't take the traditional route. I took a gap year or gap years from school and then went back later. So I was a lot older, not a lot older, but a few years older than a lot of the people that I graduated college with. I graduated. In that last video, I was talking about marriage and wanting to be married. So now I'm currently in a relationship. It's new, it's fresh, but yes, I'm currently dating someone seriously and I'm making plans with that person for the future. And I kind of just want to talk about everything that's going on just currently with me. So, okay. I graduated about, I'd say it's March 10 or so months ago, right? So I kind of want to give an update on life as a new grad out of college. I want to let y'all know what it is that I'm doing and my expectations and just everything. So I kind of try to prepare myself for what people call life after college, assimilating into the normal hustle and bustle, the normal grind of a new grad in terms of applying to jobs, accepting jobs, and all of that. I tried to save myself from, I guess, in my mind, failure, but just, I didn't want to have new grad depression or recent grad depression where, you have so much identity wrapped into college that when you graduate, you don't know who you are, you don't know what you're doing, you feel lost, and you feel like you've lost a sense of yourself. So I wanted to avoid that feeling by trying to get ahead of it. So what I did starting in fall of 2023, starting in fall of 2023, I applied to numerous positions. As you all know, I was a business major, so I had a degree. I got my degree in business administration. I got a bachelor's of arts in business administration, and I applied to so many different things: customer service, manager. I applied to a lot of corporate roles in which I felt as though that I deserved with, the amount of money I spent on my degree and just with what I learned and the value that I saw within my education. Now, I did have a few internships, none from any big name places, but I did have some type of work experience under my belt, and I've done various other jobs. So it's not like I've never been in a work and professional setting before. It's just that me going into the corporate world was going to be a transition and was going to be something new. And my biggest thing when I decided to go back to college was that I wanted to open myself up to more opportunities with more jobs and, of course, more income. So I applied to so many different places, so many different companies, so many different roles. And at the end of that, I only went to the final round of 2 companies, and I did not receive any offers, full-time offers from those companies. So I was like, something's not going right here, because, you know, I've never had an issue with getting a job. I've worked since I was 16 years old. I've had numerous jobs in different kind of industries. I know that I'm trainable. I know that I'm likable, and I just couldn't really understand why I wasn't getting a job within this field. And it kind of took a shot at my confidence, one, and also it just made me feel like maybe this is not where I should be putting my energy. So I decided to make a pivot, and within my when the January of the year I was graduating and I still hadn't received any offers, I decided to make a pivot to education. One, because I had been a substitute teacher before, and I love working with kids. I love teaching kids. I love the way kids' minds work. I love the way our mind works and how we learn new information, and I love seeing that growth within kids. So I was excited, very, 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 very excited to take this pivot, and I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move back home. Keep that in mind. I'm going to move back home. I'm going to get a teaching position, and I'm going to basically pay off all my student debt, and then, you know, get my credit and everything together, and then I'm going to move out. And my plan was to do that for about 2 years, and then by 2026 I was going to move out. That was the plan. That was my plan. I was like, this is going to be my plan B, but this is my plan. And it's not necessarily a plan B, because when I was in my break from school, so like between the time of 2019 and early 2022, I was substitute teaching. Not all of the time, but like for some of those years I was substitute teaching, and they were always telling me, oh, you make a great teacher, you make a great teacher. So I put that in the back of my head, like, you know, well, actually that was the reason why I went back to school, because I was like, okay, I know I need to have a bachelor's degree in order to be a teacher. But I knew that. But the thing is that I knew that I need to have my bachelor's degree in order to be a teacher. So it was kind of like something that was, while I was in school, it was on the forefront of my mind. I was like, okay, I'm back in school. I'm getting a bachelor's in business. Let me try and go for things that are business focused. Let me use my business administration degree. So let me apply for things that's in corporate, working with big businesses and all of that. So I tried that. It didn't work out for me. I felt like it didn't work out for me. I don't know what's in the cards for me in the future, but at that time I didn't feel like it was working out for me. So I decided that I wanted to pursue education. I was going to pursue education. So I enrolled in a alternative teacher certification course. Yes, I did that. Yes, I did. And so basically it was all online, self-paced, complete the modules. And I was under the impression that I was going to get all of it done in summer, and I was going to start working by fall. So I thought I was going to start getting all my ducks in a row summer. I graduated May. I thought I was going to have everything in a row by August, and I was going to start working August. Was I wrong? That did not happen. So I did all my coursework, didn't start really studying. I had to take 2 exams. Didn't really start studying for those until after the deadline. Well, after like school already started. So I kind of was having fun in the summer. I'm not gonna lie, I traveled a few times. I went to Puerto Rico right after graduation. I went to New Orleans for my birthday. I was kind of like all around after I graduated. I was just happy. I was happy to be done with school. I was happy to be making money, and I just kind of was like, yeah, I'm gonna be traveling. So that's what I was doing right after school. So it kind of pushed a lot of, and I was happy to just be back home in Houston, like just seeing everybody. So it pushed a lot of my time for studying. It pushed a lot of that back. So by the time I completed both my tests, I had to take the science teaching and reading exam and my core subjects exam. Once I took both of those exams and I passed both on the first try, okay, so I can make a whole video about that if people are wanting to know what I use for that. Just let me know, comment down below if you want to know how I passed those exams on the first try. I did that. I was very happy that I did that. And I'm like, okay, I got these 2 tests under my belt. Boom, let me start applying to teacher roles. So I was applying to teacher roles. Wasn't really getting too much response back. 1, it could be that it was in the middle of the school year. 2, it could be maybe my application was not strong enough. Maybe they wanted to see different work experience. I don't know. So at this point, it's like, this is my second pivot. This is my second thing that I am trying to do and work out, and it's not going how I want it to go. So it was taking a shot at my confidence too. And they're telling everybody that it's a teacher shortage, but like, why am I not able to get any jobs? Why am I not able to secure any roles when I have ample amount of experience teaching all grades from pre-K up to 12th grade? I've been in different school settings. I have great classroom management, just all the things. I'm great at speaking. I'm very confident. I'm very personable. Like, why is it not? Why not me? Why am I not getting picked for the job? So I kind of was like, okay. And then, so then what really prompted it? So then I was just like, okay, started looking into like, cause the roles, okay, so let me say something. So I wanted a certain type of teaching role. Like, I didn't want to start off I was going for roles that were paying a certain amount. I wasn't going for the low amounts. I was going for higher amounts. And these were jobs that were open. They've been posted for 200 something plus days. So I'm applying to them, And I didn't want to low about myself. Like, I feel like I've worked so hard in school. I deserve a job that is going to pay me decently. Even teachers, a lot of teachers don't even make livable wages, but I wanted to at least, be pulling in something decent, So the roles that I was applying to, they were basically saying that, I need to have my certification before I can even apply. And for my certification, that company had told me is that, a lot of schools will hire you on an intern teacher certificate. So basically that's when you've done a certain amount of courses with your program. That means that you've done a lot of courses, you've paid a certain amount of money into your program, you've taken your test, you're now eligible for an intern teacher certificate. Well, you now have an intern teacher certificate. When you apply to certain roles, they'll hire you on that intern teacher certificate. So I was really kind of confused when I was applying to these roles, and they were just telling me you need to have your certification prior to applying. So I was like, at this point, what do I do? Like, what do I do for real? Like, what's going on? So I kind of was just like, I kind of put in my mind at that point, I'ma just chill, kick back, finish out my courses, finish paying on it. And then when school comes around in August, I'm gonna apply again. Like, I'm gonna, apply again. It's school time. So that's not gonna be the reason why I'm not getting hired. Then I was thinking to myself, okay, if I can't get the roles that I want right now because I have an intern teacher certificate, I have to go with the lower paying roles, teacher roles. And once I accept that role, I have to be in it for a year to actually have my teacher certification. So I have to be in that role for an entire year just for me to finish that, then be able to apply for my certification. Then I can go for those roles that I originally wanted. That was when I was like, oh, hell no. That is entirely too long to get to not even the pay that I feel like I want and I feel like I deserve. Now, maybe that's me being entitled. Maybe that's me being spoiled. Maybe that's being whatever. But I feel like I worked very, very hard on my degree. I worked very, very hard studying for those tests. I feel like I'm I'm able and competent to teach and run my own class. Now, I don't know why I'm not getting hired, but I don't know. It just feels like I'm competent and able to run my own class and operate my own class. So it's like, okay, I'm not getting hired. And so it's like, I know people that are hired that don't even know what they're teaching, okay? At schools that I've substitute taught at, they don't even know what they're teaching. They don't even want to be there. It's kind of a backup thing for them. And, you know, teaching was kind of a backup thing for me. But along the way, I found passion in it. And I found passion in serving and helping my kids out. I wanted to be an elementary school teacher. So, you know, I was excited about it. If I wasn't trying to do all of this, then I wouldn't have, you know, study all of this hard for all of these tests and exams and be paying thousands of dollars for an alternative teaching certification course. Like, let's be for real. It's teachers that's in schools right now that are teaching these kids who have not done any certification program, who have not taken any tests, who don't know what they're teaching at all. You know what I mean? So I just kind of feel like, why not me? Like, I'm here, a great option. Here. Why am I not? Like, it made me feel like something is seriously wrong with me. So, okay, so then I just started thinking about like other things, and I was dating somebody at the time, and they were telling me about this, you know, other career choice and the career trajectory and opportunities with this career. And so I started looking into schools, and I started applying to schools. Now, when I get accepted into the school that I am trying to be accepted in, I will make another video about that. But right now I'm going to keep it on the hush hush. Okay, I'm going to keep it on the hush hush, and I'm going to just continue to tell y'all about, you know, the new updates within my life. So next, let's talk about, so basically, yeah, so I kind of got into what I thought I'd be doing. I thought that I was going to go straight out of school and work for, you know, a bank, work for a marketing agency, work in maybe possibly customer service for, you know, a brand, a company, a business, something like that. I thought I was going to do something under the sun like that. I didn't secure that. So then I decided to go into teaching. And then, you know, I was doing my thing with that, studying for that, doing what I needed to do with that. And I feel like I wasn't successful in that either, at least within the time frame. And so now it's kind of put me at a position where it's like, scratch everything. I'm about to just do something else. I'm about to go back to school and do something completely different. So this year after graduation, they're right. You know, this is a tumultuous time. You know, you go into school picking a major, thinking that this is something that you are, you know, passionate about, or maybe you have some sort of interest in. And then at the end of the 4 years, or at the end of however many years it takes you to get your degree, you may not want to do that anymore. And you may want to do something else. And sometimes what you want to do may require you to go back to school or get additional certifications or whatever. But it's just like, this has been such a trying time for me. And it's been such a time of me trying to figure out what works for me and what makes sense for me. So I've been doing a lot of soul searching. I've been doing a a lot of praying, been going to church, just trying to figure out me, my life, what's next. And because basically my whole plan of, you know, that I wanted to have for these 2 years out of school didn't get to come into fruition. So what I have been doing is I have been substitute teaching. I've been doing it at various schools, still getting my teaching experience. Seeing all that I'm seeing now, I feel like maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I have not got a teaching position, because the things that go on in these schools, it's a lot. The things that I experience from my students, it's a lot. It's a lot of behavior issues. It's not a lot of respect for teachers anymore, from students and from just people in the world, and in the community. It's just not what I kind of thought it would be. And well, not what I thought it would be. I guess it's like it's becoming more real what these teachers are having to experience, and I was about to be right with them in terms of what they're experiencing. That's what I thought I'd be doing, and what I am doing, because I'm substitute teaching, and I love that it's what I'm doing. I work for an agency, and basically like they put me at different schools. I like that it's non-committal. Like, I mean, I commit to certain assignments for a certain period of time. I'm paid decently. If I don't want to do the assignment anymore, I can turn it down. If I want to take time off, I can take time off. Now, the time off is not going to be paid, but it's not like I work on my own time, and I like that kind of flexibility that I have. instead of me feeling like I have to be at a certain place. You know, I work because I want to work, not because I have to work. And if I was in a teaching position, it would be I would have to be showing up to work because I have to. My kids depend on me. You get what I mean? And when you have a substitute teacher, I'm a substitute teacher, not to speak bad on substitute teachers, but unless you leave detailed things on what you want your students to be doing, they're kind of lost for that time. They need that guidance in that time with their teacher. And, you know, unless you leave things for them, they're not able to, you know, progress and do what they need to do and learn what they need to learn. So it's imperative as a teacher that you stay and you show up for your kids. And I feel like I'm at a point in my life where, like, I want to travel. I want to experience new places. I want to experience new people. I want the flexibility and the work-life balance with the job. And I just feel like with teaching, aside from having summers off, I feel like the work-life balance really isn't there, my personal opinion. So yeah, let's talk about me going back to school. So basically what I want to go back to school for basically has nothing to do with my degree. I mean, I'm going to be using my degree along the line within this new career and career field, but I need a whole new degree. So I have been applying to programs and whatnot, and I feel like I'm a good student. I feel like I'm a great student. I feel like I'm gonna thrive. So I'm not even worried about that. Let's talk about social life and moving back home. So I did move back home. I've been back home. It's been about 10 months since I've been back home. I'm kind of a little bit over it at this point. Like, kind of a little bit over it. I'm kind of ready to be in my own space. I am kind of ready for, you know, to decorate how I want, to just do things how I want, to have that kind of like super duper privacy. I'm ready for that. And so I'm making plans for this by summer, to make plans to where I will be living in a different type of setting. Okay, so I gotta hurry and wrap this video up. I'm excited about that. I feel like it's been a long time coming, and it's definitely something that I feel like I need now. I'm 26, I'm gonna be 27 in June. I just feel like I kind of need that, you know? I've experienced living on my own, but like, I'm just ready to get back to that, you know? Next, let's talk about my social life. So living in Houston, that first summer back, my social life was on and popping. Like, I was doing this, I was here, I was there, I was doing a lot. And then kind of when fall ran around and, you know, everybody's getting kind of back in the grind, and every day, you know, it's not a lot of parties and things like that happening, pool parties and things like that happening anymore because, you know, it's colder and whatnot. I kind of have to sit with myself a lot and kind of just be like, okay, the fun's over. Now we got to get back to the grind, figure out what we're doing in terms of our career and all of that. And I feel like definitely when it started to get a little bit, colder, I feel like I was experiencing a little bit of like a little tiny bit of mild depression. Like, I was definitely very irritable. I was not happy getting up. I was dreading going to work some days. I was dreading like my everyday responsibilities, like walking and feeding my dog. I was just really kind of going through it, and I'm just like, dang, like I went through so much. Like, oh, I can make a separate video on that. I went through so much to get my degree, in terms of like what I sacrificed mentally, financially, emotionally. I put so much on the line to go back to school, and I just was like, dang, I tried to do so much to avoid being sad and being depressed after one of the biggest accomplishments I've ever experienced in my life. And here I am, feeling sad, feeling irritable, feeling not satisfied with what I'm doing with myself and with my life. And I feel like that's what kind of prompted me to kind of look into other career fields, other career choices, because I feel like I like making money. I like routine, and I like making an impact. And I feel like I was trying to be doing that with teaching, but I wasn't gonna be making that much money, but you know, I was gonna be making some sort of impact. and I was gonna be making money. And so this career choice, I feel like I'm definitely going to be making an impact every day. I'm going to be compensated, and I'm definitely going to have the work-life balance and flexibility that I need. And I feel like that's just kind of where I'm headed in terms of my career. So I can't wait to come back and tell y'all what it is that I chose to do and why it is that I chose to do it, and all of that, and just bring y'all on that journey. But as of right now, I'm just gonna keep it to myself and just keep making sure everything is solidified before I come on here and just tell y'all about it. But that's kind of the life update. So life update is basically things that I go as planned for me post grad, and I wish I knew what I know now in terms of just how to navigate the just education system and knowing how to really pick what's for you and all of those things. I wish I knew what I know now, and I wish I could apply that to me when I first started school. And I feel like I would have saved a lot of money. I feel like I would have saved a lot of time, and I feel like I would have been more purposeful and intentional in what it is that I decided to do with myself and my degree and just my career. So that is a life update. New content. So it's currently March 2nd. I told myself that I'm going to be posting one video a week, so I still plan on doing that. I'm going to pump out 12 videos before the end of this quarter. So by the end of this month, 12 videos will be out. So I'm gonna get on that. And yeah, that's basically kind of where I'm at with it. I want to be monetized. I want to get on here, post more content. I want y'all to see me in my new school journey. I want y'all to see me. I'm planning on doing a move. I want y'all to see that. Travel vlogs, I want to do that. I did make a whole vlog for I went on a cruise earlier this year, so I could post that. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of different things, and I want y'all to be along this journey of my life. I want this to kind of be a channel that encompasses all things me. So that may be fashion, that may be advice, that may be vlogs, that may be just whatever it is that I feel compelled and led to create. And that's why this channel is called All Things Angelica. That's why I named it that, because I wanted to represent all areas of me in my life. So I hope that y'all are rocking with that and y'all are cool with that, because this is what I'm gonna do regardless. And if you made it to the end of this video, comment new beginnings. Ooh. If you made it to the end of this video, comment new beginnings, and give me a thumbs up, and I'm gonna see you all in the next video. Bye.